Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 27 of albums that are 30 years old in 2025. That's right. We're looking back to 1995, a decade and a year that, a lot of people seem to think just kind of sucked. But in actuality, 95, there was great music going on and being released and recorded and created in 1995. Maybe just not the real popular stuff, right? I know general rock fans kind of shit on the 90s, but if you're looking in places other than what's on the radio or showing up on your television, right, or being out on the kiosks at the record store, right, a lot of great stuff to be found. Great decade for, prog rock and underground metal and stoner rock fusion. A lot of great blues stuff, right? Plenty of good music, and if you like the alternative and the grungy stuff and there's plenty of that, plenty of rap and hip hop, plenty of country and dance and pop music. I mean, there's tons of stuff. Maybe the most popular stuff though just was overwhelmingly bad to a lot of us, right? But like I said, if you have the patience and you have the wherewithal to go and find additional music in the styles of music that you actually like, there was tons of stuff to happen. Power metal, man, power metal, extreme metal, just progressive metal. The 90s is where it was all really happening for that stuff. So yeah, there was a lot of great stuff. That's why I said when I went to go start looking at all the albums that came out in 1995, I was amazed by how much stuff that I like and love a lot. And my list is totally, totally long. Totally long. My honorable mentions list is just ridiculous. So much good stuff. I got a lot of variety in this month, which is great for my picks. So today for pick number 27, this is the third studio album. We're going to go to Norway, a Norwegian band. Released May 15th, 1995, recorded at Grieg Hall Studios in Bergen, Norway. Produced by the band along with Eirik Hundvin for Osmos Records. I'm talking about Battles in the North by Immortal. That's right, it's Black Metal Day here on albums that are 30 years old in 2025. Immortal have long been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, black metal band. I used to listen to a lot more black metal than I do these days. The problem is there's just so many damn bands, and so many of them just to me are just sound like other bands that I was listening to 20, 30 years ago that or maybe not 30 years ago. I wasn't really listening to black metal in 95. I didn't get into black metal until probably like maybe 5 years later. I really started listening to, more extreme metal right around the 2000 mark. Um, but there's just so many bands now. I tend to gravitate towards the ones that I got into initially, the forefathers of this whole genre. And to me, Immortal are one of them. One of the things I like so much about Immortal is that you know me, I'm a riff guy, right? I love bands who come up with killer guitar riffs and put a lot of thought into the structure of the guitar parts and all that. And I think Immortal are the best riff black metal band, or the best black metal band as far as riffs goes, in the world, and have been for a long, long time. And there's a lot of things about their arrangements that to me I think are a little bit more stripped back, just heavier and brutal. And don't get me wrong, I like a lot of the black metal bands that do the symphonic thing because I love like Emperor and Dimmu Borgir and bands like that who add all the keyboards and the synths and stuff and kind of do like proggy stuff. I love Enslaved. Enslaved and Immortal, it's probably my two favorites right there. But I like Enslaved for other reasons. But Immortal to me are just the best, most straightforward, just bludgeoning, just crushing riffs and the vibe of their music. I always really love this coldness to their songs, but it's just so powerful and it's not, sometimes the arrangements are kind of bordering on thrash, but not really. Sometimes bordering on doom, but not really. It's just, to me, it's just simpler black metal, but just focused and so powerful. And I love their stuff so much. Of course, this is the lineup for this album with Abath on vocals, bass guitar. He also plays drums on this album. The kind of the two guys were doing most of it here. And Demon Oz. This is, like I said, this is an early album. So this was back basically Abath and Demon Oz, two founding members of the band. Demon Oz on guitars. They all worked on the production here. And sadly enough, Demon Oz would develop like problems with his hand, his wrist, or something like that, and for many many years could not play guitar anymore. So what wound up happening was Abath moved over to guitar, and then they brought in Horde came in on drums, and they brought in the bass player, and Demon Oz just would go on helping with the songwriting, but he would not actually take part in recording or touring anymore until more recent times when his injuries all of a sudden bloop, they've gone away. I'm cool now, and he and Abath had issues, and basically now it's Demon Oz's band once again. He's singing, playing guitar, songwriting, and bringing in various people to help along the way. But that's a story for another day. But on this album, you get the two guys, the two co-creators of the band, basically driving the band here. So what do we have on this album? A lot of immortal classics, right? And if you're someone who's watching, it's like, this whole black metal thing, I hear it mentioned a lot on the channel. Nick Franco talks about black metal all the time. I never listen to black metal. What the hell is black metal? Basically, it is a form of extreme metal that has very fast-paced tempos, tremolo-picked riffing, very fast-paced riffing. The crazy blast beats on the drums, very fast manic drumming. A lot of the arrangements are they're very, very straightforward. There's a chilling atmospheric factor to the music. Some bands, like I said, add lots of keyboards and synthesizers and things like that to add additional atmosphere and kind of eeriness. Immortal does not do that, especially when they do on one album. They add a little bit, not on this album. And the vocals are kind of harsh. They're not death metal growls. They're more of kind of like a raspy type of a vocal style. Think of like Gollum from the Lord of the Rings, right? That sort of thing. Kind of what they sound like. My brother always says that. These vocals sound like Gollum. It's like, but yeah, black metal is it's not for everybody. I totally get it. But this band is just a little bit more straightforward. These guys throw a lot of, like I said, there's lots of thrash elements. Sometimes when they slow things down a little bit, there's like this kind of doomy gallop going on here. Really, really good. But they also embrace classic metal because the guys in Immortal, big fans of like Motorhead and Kiss and Black Sabbath, right? So you get some of that stuff as well. So Battles in the North, classic title track starts it all off. So good. You got Grim and Frostbitten Kingdoms, Descent into Eminent Silence, Thrown by Black Storms is absolutely killer. Great, great song here. I also really love Cursed Realms of the Winter Demons. I mean, these titles are so good, right? Moonrise Fields of Sorrow. They always have long titles. At the Stormy Gates of Mist, Through the Halls of Eternity. There's a lot of galloping stuff going on this album, right? Even though it's Iron Maiden kicked up 10 notches. So that sort of stuff. Circling Above and Time Before Time. And of course, what many people consider one of the great early songs in the catalog, Mighty Raven Dark, otherwise known as Blashrik or something like that. I never know how to pronounce it. That is the last track on the album, one of the longest tracks to it, 4.5 minutes. I mean, this album is compact, short, sweet, and to the point, 35 minutes. Boom. Kick ass, you're out the door. That's what it's all about. But yeah, Mighty Raven Dark is a very, very cool track. The whole album is great, start to finish, really good. And yet, it's not my favorite Immortal. It's one of their top albums for sure, but they have others that I listen to way more than this. So really good stuff. So yeah, and this, of course, no, it's had various CD reissues over the years. Like I said, this was really originally on Osmos Records, but I think this was reissued numerous times on different labels and whatnot. And in 2009, IGN included Battles in the North in their 10 greatest black metals of albums of all time list, right? So 10 out of the hundreds, thousands of black metal albums. This one made the top 10 for IGN. So I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, that is my picks for today. No singles released, not surprisingly, but Battles in the North from the mighty Norwegian black metal titans Immortal is my pick for today. Pick number 27. Of course, I'll be back for pick number 26 tomorrow. I will be wearing a different shirt. So sometimes you got to record like multiple episodes in a single day because of schedule and things like that. So yeah, I figured let me just knock this one out. So recorded yesterday. Spoiler alert, not this morning as you're watching it because when you're watching this, I have an early meeting for work and not going to rush to try and get up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m. just to record this before my international call tomorrow morning. So yeah, anyway, that's you don't need to know all that nonsense. So anyway, thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations. Hold on. Whoop, let's turn us around. Yes. Our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea Tranquility membership options all down below. Yeah, for those of you who are wondering, and I can't believe I need to explain this again, but people still ask the question, Pete, why is your image turned around? Why is your t-shirt backwards? Why is the guitar's on the wrong side? When you use the Prezi app to show images on Zoom, it reverses your camera image so that it can show the image. It's ridiculous. I don't know why Zoom and Prezi have not fixed it. It's just totally ridiculous, but that's the case. So it reverses the image. So there you have it. That's why. Anyway, thanks in advance for all your support. For those of you who do click on those links below and help out the channel, it's greatly appreciated. And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 26. Enjoy your Wednesday. I am Pete Pardo. Should have more new reviews coming at you today, tomorrow, the next day, over the weekend. Well, maybe not much over the weekend, but trying to get caught up on that. My stack is whittling down. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as possible over the next like 2 weeks. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. Enjoy your day. List your pick down below, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.